Guys, got Nathan here. Today I'm giving you a really useful tutorial about how to use pistons, because pistons are like the main thing on Minecraft, I think, which make builders use for fun, and they're actually really helpful. And you can count some pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to run through the bases, what the difference between the sticky piston and a normal piston is, how to extend, make them repeat non-stop, and just some other uses of it, and what you can't do and what you can do with them. Okay, so let's begin. So here you have a sticky piston. It's the same. I'll show you on the crafting table. Sticky pistons require the same as this, but 2 slime balls. So for a normal piston, you have to have 1 iron, 1 redstone, some wooden planks, and that's for a basic piston. And for a sticky piston, you have that, but a slime ball. So you can't have this is in the different recipes. That with 2 slime balls or 1 slime ball, and that makes a sticky piston. So what's the difference between them? Well, this, if you put a block here, for example, it would push it up and push it down with the block attached. If you put a block there, push it up, it would just keep it pushed up. It wouldn't stick with it. To power them, they're like a redstone. So if you put a torch there, it would push up. A torch there, it would push up. You can connect it from redstone any direction really by a lever. And if you want to do a button, you'd have to have a block. So if it's next to it, you can do it, and you just put the button on the block next to it, and it'll push up for the half a second, whatever. So now, what can you do with sticky pistons? Well, sticky pistons are helpful if you're making for a door, to cover it up, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the main use is to make secret bases, because with a block, or if you're blending in your house, say a diamond ore house, for example, when connected, it would push up and push down, keeping it on. So depending on what angle you have, it would do that. But coming to this now, the normal piston, the same functions without stick. You can't really do it because push it up, it'll go up like this, but push it down and it will keep it up there. And that's because it's not, well, it's probably to the slime, it doesn't stick, and that's the whole point of the sticky piston, which is actually a really good idea. And another thing you say you can put, I think, does that actually work? You can actually push anything up with the sticky pistons, but one thing which will not work is obsidian. I don't know why, but look, it just doesn't power it at all. I think I'm not sure it's because it's heavy mass, or it just won't, so you can't use obsidian. Now onto a really useful thing. This is how you make a piston, or sticky piston, repeat non-stop. This is really helpful if you're making I think there's generators or something, or you can just use it for lighthouses or whatever, but for this, you have to have 4 redstone repeaters, leaving a block gap, moving in a clockwise direction. A redstone connects them, and then one end connecting to a repeater. To light this up, if it's too quick, you can change the length, but on a corner or part of redstone, you have to place the redstone torch or contraption. So I think you can actually do it with this, and you have to put it on and off, like this. Because then this turns the signal on, so it will power around. The signal will be turned off, but it will still be like current, so it will just flow around into that. And this can be used for obstacle courses. This looks so wrong, but or things like that. And you just turn it off, and it will stay like that. But you'd have to remove the redstone to actually switch it off. So yeah, that's that. So now you know how to power things, the differences, and how to keep them current. I'll show you now what you can use a sticky piston for, if you actually wanted to make a design, so you understand more. Okay, so say you wanted to make a basic 2x2 door. That's what I recommend, unless you're really good with redstone, because just for a 3x3 it's actually quite complicated. But yeah, you need a 4 block space. This is used for sticky pistons, unless you want to keep setting them all up, and you have to dig 2 down. Then you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. Yeah, so it's better. Oh yeah, so that, push that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes there. Here, like that. You dig the top block underneath it, so it should be like that. You then want to connect it all up with redstone, the bottom layer, and then when you have pressure plates, so you need them both sides or whatever you're having, you have to dig the block under, because redstone can go under one block, so like that. So if you did that, it would do nothing. And also just put another piston. Now the thing which powers this, the last step, is you need a redstone torch, a block, and then look, there you go, and another block and a redstone torch. And now you've got that, but then I think it's vital, cover that area up in case you fall, cover that up, and then I said, there you go, that's a door. Nothing to do. And then I said diamond house, you just cover it all up really with the diamond, or you need it on creative anyway, but so it's just simple like that. I'm not going to bother covering it up really, but said it's done, you just walk through. Now for normal pistons can be used for many actual things. You don't think there are actually quite a lot of things you can do, but one example I'm going to show you is a sugarcane harvester. I've actually got one on my video, but I'll be showing you what I mean. What do I know doing? So for this, it's really simple. It should take only a bit. Say you need water. Say you had water here, and you planted your sugarcane. Think, oh god, it's too much effort just to harvest that, or if you had a massive trail. This is what you do. Using a normal piston, I'll have to get rid of that actually for now. Behind the block, you put a piston, but only need one, because if you tap the bottom block, it will get rid of all of it. So you do that, and then with the repeaters, this is to power like ones next to it. Because to say, if I did that and powered it, it would only power, or it would power none. So look, if I did that, power 2. This is annoying about redstone, but this is how you fix it. Well, I found this out one time. You simply have to place a redstone repeater behind each one, power it all up to a source. So now guys, if I had my sugarcane here, in only one click, I would harvest it. So ready, push it forward, depending on how long it would fall into the water, you go and collect it, and then you just switch it off, plant it again. Or if you have like you could actually have a time delay thing. If you step on it, you'll have like a minute to harvest and plant it, then you have to worry about pulling the switch. But guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It might have been a bit long, but I hope you enjoyed it. This is just showing what each piston does, how to keep it current, a use for the sticky piston and a use for the normal piston. So I hope you enjoyed it guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.